You ever notice the things you ignore go away? And I know it seems like a big deal, but did you realize the only occult science, secret society science, magic that the white man is actually doing to you is just keeping you distracted? He's just keeping you, that's it. That's the sum total of it. Everything he has that's in a secret society that the average Joe doesn't know is just intellectual bullshit and devoid of the spiritual aspect. He cannot access the great feminine.
Mental alchemy. Mental alchemy. Mental alchemy. Yes, sir. Go God, go God. Yeah, that's me. What's up, family? What's the deal, man? I'm here to make people very, very afraid today. I'm here to go in and go on with the get down. And it's funny because I remember when, well, obviously, shout out to Bobby because Bobby brought it to the fold. And I remember when Baphomet was a real big discussion in these YouTube streets, just based off of what's the young guy's name? Young Pharaoh, that nigga, right? That shit was crazy. I remember I was like, damn, I thought we already got past this. But young Pharaoh did something disparaging. He essentially came after Bobby in a real vicious way. And it was absolutely uncalled for. Really, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in it, fuck it. You feel me? Move around. He came after Bobby and Baphomet and the idea of Baphomet. This was probably about 6 years ago. I actually responded as well too during that time. So y'all go look. I made a mashup clip of all the spiritual teachers that was talking about, you know, Baphomet and shit. And I called it I'm tired of this church. This is before I was on YouTube and shit. But I did that just based off of me responding to the young guy. Anyway, he made that video and he was just attacking Bobby. See, there's one thing to say, okay, this information is not what it is. Cool. You know, you can do that. Cool. Stand on whatever you believe in because it's your belief system, right? And that's the basis of what we're going to talk about today. But there's another energy to it when you're attacking the great. No matter what you believe, you don't have to say disparaging things to the guy. You feel me? So he was attacking and he was attacking viciously. So then Aleem came to the fold. Shout out to Aleem, the master, right? And Aleem's birthday just passed too. So hey, shout out to the guys. Something about these Tauruses, baby. What's up, man? Aleem's birthday, I think Aleem's birthday is like the 20th. So I think he just made that Taurus clip too. Panic's birthday is the 25th. You feel me? So something about these Taurus. And shout out to my bro guy Michael Bell. Taurus energy, baby. Them, hey, and now all three of them niggas is wise than a motherfucker. I'm talking about chaos in the blood. So we gotta study that shit because you know there's something to it. Lee Mel Bay, master teacher. Panic, birthday's on the 25th, master teacher. Michael Bell, another master teacher, just not out here in these streets like that. Mike's birthday was yesterday, I think. So anyway, shout out to the gods. So anyway, these motherfuckers, that motherfucker came after Bobby in such a ferocious way. Aleem came back and did a classic tape, right? Just breaking down the whole science of the Baphomet and the Pan energy and what it all, you know, represents. As above, so below, as within, so without. Kundalini energy sitting in the meditative pole, masculine, feminine energy, pineal gland, all of that, right? They just chopped it up perfectly, right? Then this nigga Pharaoh wouldn't stop. He was cloud chasing. Goofy ass nigga. He was cloud chasing like a motherfucker. So, you know, I knew Panic wasn't going to say, he didn't want to say nothing, but he had to respond some way, somehow. And cleverly, is that a word? No, it's not. Whatever. Panic came with the gusto. That nigga said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to respond in this way. Fifth dimensional chess. Strategically. Just made a whole Baphomet for dummies, right? And shit, that's a classic as well. So shout out to the gods, yeah. Shout out to the gods. So, and that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about today. What I learned from Panic, just viewing him and seeing him beyond what he's actually saying. The bigger idea is how he's moving, and I'm gonna give you all that today. Because listen, family, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the most important idea you'll ever have in your life if you pick up what I'm putting down. If you can pick up what I'm putting down, you will shift your world. Trust me, nigga, this is going to be one of those. So, hey, shout out to the family. What's up, y'all? I see y'all in here. Yeah, Panic's birthday is coming up on the 25th. So, you know, y'all know I go live every Tuesday, 9:30 a.m. So I said, let me go ahead and put this Panic tape out, because this is one of those that's going to actually help the family. Yeah, Lean did a classic tape, nigga. Lean was saying that nigga's name and everything. That's my master teacher as well. Bobby, look, I'm a Bobby, Aline, and Panic, because they was doing that blog talk thing. But, you know, Aline doesn't get his credit as much as he should. I tell y'all all the time, nigga, Aline probably got the most important YouTube channel ever, nigga. That nigga just dropped nothing but information. If you just sit there and listen to what he's saying, master teacher, I'm telling you. So shout out to Ali, man. I know his birthday just passed as well. All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Bully ball. And you know what's so interesting? I've been seeing all of these what's beefs coming online during this Taurus energy. We can't make it up. We gotta just look at it and observe. Damn, these rap beefs are getting off the chain. Nigga, I just heard another. Quavo just dropped another diss. That Chris Brown diss was fire. Quavo just dropped another diss. And Drake with that strategic move that he did. Powerful. Kanye West. So we got to observe that to the core, because there's something going on in the energy. Remember, this is all about energy. And energy is what you're built up, what's built up inside of you inside. So that's important, family. We got to just be able to see that with a keen eye and say, oh, okay, there's something going on in this particular time with this particular energy. All right, so yeah, bully ball. Shout out to the guy Panic, man, is coming through. And look, this thing is happening in season 2, them. And I decoded the first one, and basically I broke that whole video. And it was what was it? It was a shadow work video. But this is coming out on Panic's birthday as well. And then we want to be very, very mindful of the message in this season 2, because essentially they're going to drop the whole tape. I can't remember what is it. I don't think it's Netflix. It's one of them, HBO Max or something like that. They're going to drop the whole tape on Panic's birthday. So y'all know, hey, Panic was about his business and about that work, right? That spiritual work. And essentially he was about transforming your energy. Transforming your energy into something new. And this them show, when I decoded it, was a shadow work tape. And essentially what happened in them, y'all go see the first one, but in them, the real self came out to play. And nigga, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about letting God out. And then letting God out, you have to just, move in a particular manner. See, when we're talking about transcending and transforming, right? Terraforming is just essentially you being your ultimate divine self on this physical plane. Now, a lot of times what happens is we got programmed so deep that we had this moralism, connotation attached to us, and we want to just feel like we have to move in that particular manner. But the real truth and the real game is to let God out and express yourself as powerfully and as passionately as you want to in this particular earth realm. The reason why you want to do that, family, is because you will come back to this bitch. If you don't, if you are not carrying out the particular mission on this earth, on this third dimensional construct, you will go through the reincarceration cycle. And that reincarceration cycle is a motherfucker, you feel me? Because you don't want to just be hitting this baby brain all the time based off of you not going for yours. And that's essentially what I'm about to talk about, and why this is important, why this lesson or why this idea that Panic taught me is very, very important. So, hey, I want to share this thing up, like this thing up. Y'all know what it is. Go God, yeah, that's me. I remember the first time this nigga Panic. And Panic's gonna be 56. He would have been 56 on what day is that? Thursday? Yeah, that's Thursday. He would have been 56 on Thursday, so that's the 11th. So we're about to, let this thing reign supreme with this supreme 11 number. But I remember the first time, I talked to Panic, right? And it was in his class. And, I was like one of them real aggressive students, right? You could kind of tell it in my demeanor because I just wanted to know. And I didn't really have no problem with asking questions. So, I just kept asking questions, essentially, right? And I wasn't really challenging Panic. I was just more so in the space of like saying, hey, look, nigga, I want to know. So, we're online and shit, and Drunk Sis and Kenny is in the physical class that I was in. And when Panic was teaching class on, what was that? I don't think it was even Zoom. It was like something else. It was like a goddamn call-in number. I can't even remember. Somebody put it in the chat what we used to have to find on Panic's thing. That shit was crazy. It was like something else. I don't even remember what the fuck that system was. But anyway, nigga, I asked him a simple question, right? Because I can't even remember what the question was. Nigga, that nigga start going off on me like, see, that's what I'm talking about, that silly ass, da 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 da. He started driving my ass home, nigga. Talking about hitting me. I'm talking about, I'm feeling it all in my body while I'm listening on the phone. Say, dog, that nigga killing my ass. And, he got that comedic energy, too. So he was giving it up. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So then I was staying steadfast because, I'm like, fuck it, nigga. I'm a warrior in this bitch, whatever, right? So then I asked him a question about, we started talking about rap. And nigga, me and him went to war in that bitch. I'm talking about for at least 30 minutes. I'm going to war with his ass based off of him claiming his New York rap was better than my Southern rap. Like, nah. Let me tell you, y'all might be the creators, but nigga, we got something different that you can't really explain. You can't put a finger on. He started going in about all this other stuff. I start chopping his ass with the South, Outcast, you feel me? UGK, ESG. I'm going crazy though. You feel me? He like, what nigga? What? Who? He started talking about Master P. I don't know why he brought him up. I said, nigga, I didn't even bring him up. I was speaking about the creative essence and flow that we have in the South. This nigga was attacking me based off of us speaking a little slower or whatever. To me, shout out to Panic. Hey, I'll just tell you what it is. So we was going to war, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, I said, all right, whatever, nigga, go with your business. But I ain't changing my mind on the motherfucking thing, nigga. The South is here to stay. And essentially from that spawned a lot of different wisdoms and insights about the idea I'm about to give y'all right now. So shout out to Panic. And the most important thing I learned from this nigga is you gotta be a bully with your energy. You gotta be a bully about yours. And he came and was born in the perfect time, because if you don't believe in what the fuck you are doing, then at the end of the day, none of that shit matters. See, when we're talking about truth and when we're talking about being engulfed in a certain idea or in a certain belief system, we're talking about it being true to you. So if it's not true to you, if it's not real to you, then it's not going to matter. I remember my mama, right? That's when I started fucking with the Baphomet heavy again. Baphomet statue, right? I'm doing my thing or whatever. My mama would come over and I had my Baphomet statue up. She would be about to be coming over and shit. And I would run and put it up. All right, let me just put this up so right? But then my energy inside was speaking to me, well, shit, if you can't have it out when people come over, then what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? And why are you trying to portray something one time, but then when your mama and people come over, you're running and hiding and putting your shit up? Like you're ashamed of who you are, right? Like you're ashamed of the idea. Just because they don't understand it, that don't have nothing to do with you. You feel me? So I would run and put it up, right? My mama from St. Thomas and shit, so she wouldn't even have known anyway. But so one day I just said to myself, I said, you know what, fucking, I'm leaving it out, cool, right? Nigga, my mama came in, she looked at it, she just looked, and just kept moving around, like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, right? Then one day she stopped me and said, what is that? What is this? And I explained to her and she was like, oh, okay, well, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't stop her from having this unconditional love for me because I got a damn statue up that she didn't even know about or understood, right? Because people will perceive it as the devil. But what I was doing was essentially invoking or evoking a certain energy throughout my household so that we can be in alignment of the spiritual work, which is what Baphomet essentially represents. Is just a spiritual work, right? A spiritual worker that's about his spiritual business and that is able to have awareness or dominion over his mind based off of him understanding different seven laws and Tahuti's and concepts about who you are divinely. So now I want the family to understand that to the core, right? There's something inside of you that has to live in a particular manner and a particular truth. And this is important and this will shift your world. Oh yeah, Skype, babe. It was Skype. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, Skype. And this says, when it comes to a Taurus, getting them to listen when they clearly do not care what you have to say will be like talking to a wall. They can also become enraged if you try to push them too far, and and it will be rather difficult to calm them down. So with this Taurus energy and this bully ball energy that I understood from panic, just observing panic, I really got into the space of saying, okay, I get it. This don't have nothing to do with some kind of idea of a fact, right? This all has to do about your truth and your truth in your heart. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to it. Watch this. So this came up on Facebook. This been trending on Facebook, and I seen it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, wow, that's interesting." An ex-yoga teacher now is saying yoga is demonic. She says, "I feel extra convicted to warn people about the spiritual ramifications of this occult practice." Chaos in the blood. So this chick went from being a yoga instructor, teacher, to now feeling like it's demonic based off of some kind of positioning. Hey, dog. Hey, shout out to Yosef with the Boudra science. Some kind of positioning in your body. You feel me? Now all of a sudden it's demonic. Shit, what was it giving? What was it doing to you before? And why is it now a demon thing, right? So one of the aspects I want y'all to observe in this particular message with the lady is that, you know, she felt one way, felt is the key, felt one way, and now she's moving into another space of saying, oh, okay, well, now I'm feeling this way. Same thing with this. Baphomet again. People spiritual until it comes to Baphomet. Cardi B in a pose, kind of symbolizing Baphomet. Now all of a sudden people feel some type of way when they see a celebrity do it, rather than just saying, okay, well, maybe they tapped in, or maybe I can just utilize this particular symbol that she's doing to my advantage. Nigga, what if you visualize Cardi B and you turn up with that Baphomet energy? Message. But whatever, cool, right? Do you, right? The point I'm trying to make is that none of this stuff matters because it's all about your truth. Here goes a great example of your truth is your truth. Hey, I don't agree with your post on social media. That's okay, I understand. So you're just going to acknowledge my opinion and continue your day? Yes. See, what panic taught me that was deeper than anything that I could ever imagine is that if you're cowering or you're not confident in the things you believe in, then it's not real. That nigga said this one day in class. We sitting there chilling. We listening to him in class. He said, nigga, all of this stuff is made up. A nigga said, nigga, there is no such thing as a fact. He said, nigga, when you start picking up on other people's truths and living vicariously through their kind of interpretation of the world, that's when you become a robot, a zombie. So what's that? The Democratic and Republicans and all of that, black people, right? They're entrained to be Democratic, I guess, or Democrats, right? Just based off of them being black. Ain't that fucked up? God damn. You was born with a certain skin color, and now all of a sudden you have to vote straight down the line Democrat. Just based off of you being on a particular team with your skin color. Oh, well, I guess I'm black, so fuck it. I got to vote Democrat. Ain't that a bitch? God damn. that's a horrible way to live. So the biggest idea and the biggest concept that I want the family to understand within their core, which I'm about to break this shit all the way through because this will shift your world. This is going to take you somewhere else. This is going to move mountains for you. Look, I didn't agree with everything Bobby said or Panic said, right? They were just people, or Aleem said. They were just individuals that I said, oh, okay, they got some sauce, they got some game. Let me take a little bit of that with me and see how I can, put it in my tool belt, right? Now, at first I did because my 18-year-old self and Bobby, I was like a goddamn Hemite. I was one of them Hemites that Michael Bell always be talking about. I was a Hemite for real, and I was just engulfed in the idea of what Bobby was saying, and everything he said sounded right to me, right? And it wasn't like he was wrong. It was just him believing in his truth and speaking his truth and riding with that shit. So then the biggest lesson that you could take from Panic, Bobby, and others is that if you can observe them, step back, and really just analyze what's happening, they're simply saying, like, look, nigga, you got to run courageously, aggressively, assertively, bully ball style on your truth. Whatever that might be. So until you find it in your heart to be courageous enough to live in your organic, God right truth, sovereignhood truth, your world is not going to change. Because you're picking up on so many different influencers and trying to say, okay, well, this is a fact. Okay, well, this is a fact. And you're looking for facts, and all of this shit is based off of your energy of your heart. So you know why that Jesus thing work, or the Bible and all of that stuff work, Christianity work? Because them motherfuckers believe in that shit. They believe there's a sky daddy outside of them that's transmuting power or helping them in their prosperity or in their world. So obviously they're going to keep on tiding, and guess what? Their electromagnetic wave from their heart, since they programmed it to believe in this concept and idea, now all of a sudden that bitch is going to work based off of your electromagnetic wave from your heart, moving you in the direction of your heart's desire. Hey, nigga, this don't have nothing to do with nobody else. This has everything to do with what's in your heart and how you feel about this bitch. See, look, I started, what was that? Maybe at the beginning of this year, right? Started going heavy on the watermelon stuff, right? Shout out to Yaki. Started going heavy on the watermelon stuff because when I did a fast sometime, and I started drinking that watermelon juice with the fast because I just wanted to see what it would do. And boy, nigga, did I feel good off of that hoe. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn, this watermelon juice is really good. Like, how the fuck did I miss this thing, right? And it was crazy because it wasn't even watermelon season. And I found 2 watermelons, black seeds. Nigga, I found them 2 watermelons. I showed the Patreon family. I said, oh, hey, happy day, baby. It's going down. You feel me? I found them out of the blue, like from this farmer's market. Shout out to Yosu. Nigga, I did a watermelon fast. I ain't never felt that good. I said, oh wow, this is amazing. Like I'm really hydrated in this hole. Look, I've done 40-day fast straight water. Felt amazing. 30-day fast straight vegetable juice and green, stuff like that. Amazing. I did like a 4-day fast. I think it was 4 days, maybe it was 5 days. Watermelon juice. Nigga, that hoe had me zooted, boy. I was like, wow, okay, bet. So now, guess what? My day-to-day is intaked in me drinking this watermelon juice. I got some right here, nigga. You feel me? I keep it on me now. So, Panic and Bobby and them, they probably would have never went for no shit like this. You feel me? And that's just based off of their truth being shit. Eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, blah, 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 right? See, with me and my particular energy and my truth in my heart, I understand that, okay, bet I can do whatever I want and to a certain extent eat whatever I want. But certain foods and certain foods carry certain vibrations and energies. So now in my truth, right, if I eat the more healthier stuff, I can actually manipulate my energy better. So instead of me lying to myself and trying to eat stuff that doesn't serve me and me feeling a shell of myself based off of the food I just ate, right? Just because I can think I can mentally transmute the bitch, which I can, but at the same time, if this shit is bringing me more energy, right? This shit, I need to be truthful and honest with where my heart is riding with. You feel me? Just like Bobby saying, what Bobby used to say, like, man, fuck that exercise shit. You need it, but fuck it, right? And I was riding with that for the longest. Yeah, that shit ain't shit. Right? I ain't fuck that shit, right? Now I'm moving more into, okay, well, let me get in my bag and let me actually move my body because I basically sit all day, doing this YouTube thing. So with me personally, as a kid that played basketball his whole life, nigga, I gotta move. I can't just be sitting around all day and just, sitting on a computer screen. That shit is just not conducive to my particular energy. So my truth is, nigga, I need to move my body and get this bitch up and down based off of me being more alive, feeling more inspired, in spirit, inspiration. So the more we get into our bag and understand that, look, hey, you don't take none of this stuff personal. Cardi B, this yoga teacher, all these people that's trying to make you believe that their way is the right way based off of their own experience. And they're trying to give you and say, nah, nigga, this is the fact. This is a fact. Nigga, there is no facts in this hoe. The only fact is the fact of the matters of your heart. And if you go deep into what your heart is speaking in this world, then you'll be able to be the divine being you were destined to be. Nigga, that nigga Panic say, that nigga Panic went off of me in class. Nigga, we was battling. I said, fuck that. I gotta stand up for the South in that rap shit. He had me fucked up. Just because he was trying to make it make sense to be with the New York rap. And I'm like sitting there like, nah, nigga. I'm telling you, niggas, there's something different about the South rappers. And we just got a different soul, a different twist, a different swag, a different kind of energy, and it's not for everybody. You feel me? Screwed and chopped like that. That shit had changed my whole being. You feel me? The screwed and chopped R&B. What? Come on now. See, and that's just from my heart. Somebody else might not be able to understand that, right? XD Ray, she know that's all my whole playlist used to be screwed and chopped. And this is something that was just embedded inside of me since I was a kid. Growing up, listening to ESG, Bun B, Pimp C, you feel me? Lil Kiki and them. So now I'm hearing, and their cadence and their delivery was just absolutely off the chain to me. You feel me? Yeah, we heard of the Jay-Z's and stuff like that, but nigga, they didn't have nothing to do with us in the South. You feel me? We way older, nigga, and I'm just being as real as possible. And y'all know it. Y'all can feel it too, nigga. You feel me? I'm just keeping it as real as I can. The swag from the South is different, nigga. We aliens in this hoe. Look at Outkast. Them boys is out of this world. Back then, come on now. Let me stop playing with y'all, boy. Y'all know I ain't lying. So unapologetically standing on your truth. Unapologetically standing on your truth. This is how you move mountains, and this is how you become the divine being you're destined to be, right? So polarity, like and alike are the same. Everything is dual, everything has poles, everything has its pairs of opposites. Opposites are identical in nature, but different in degree. Extreme meets, all paradoxes may be reconciled. So when we're talking about polarity, right? Somebody can like you one day and hate you the other day. We're talking about a degree of a measure. So now, one day, y'all can be fucking with Dreamwise. Oh, I fuck with this nigga. That shit funny. This nigga funny and everything. This shit. The next day, a few months later, you be like, that nigga boring than a bitch. That nigga ain't talking about shit. You feel me? Oh, that nigga fucked up. Just based off of you being in the attention or having attention to my particular character. Same thing with Panic. Same thing with all these people, everybody, right? A great example is Kanye West. Kanye West will say something off the chain, and then the next day, y'all love his sneakers and music. So it just simple fact that you're in his pole or spectrum of thought, you have the ability to love this nigga or hate this nigga. See, my mama don't see none of that Kanye West shit, so she don't pay it no mind, and it wouldn't matter to her because she doesn't, one, listen to rap, and then two, she doesn't like sneakers. So she's not gonna be in his spectrum of thought, right? Remember, this is about your thoughts, your heart, your thoughts, heart-mind connection. She's not gonna be in his spectrum of thoughts just based off of her paying it no mind. So then that's asks you the question, what is in your heart frequency and what is, let's say, a distraction to you based off of it pulling on your heartstrings, or, in alignment with your frequency, in alignment with who you are divinely. Let me play this video. Let me see if I can play this video where Panic was saying, let's see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the gods. Peace to the squad, baby. Look, since Panic's birthday is coming up on Patreon, I've been just doing nothing but Panic tapes on the Patreon. Because I had decoded his first book a long time ago. Broke it, you feel me? So yeah, y'all go check that out. This is all hidden stuff from the God. Y'all know what it is. Damn, I don't know what happened to that video. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know what happened to that video. So yeah, family, understand that your vantage point is everything. Just because you are right does not mean I am wrong. You just haven't seen light from my side. So y'all remember the famous statement Panic used to say with you get in a car accident, right? Somebody gets in a car accident and there's 6 witnesses. And everybody's saying, oh, okay, he did it. No, it was his fault. No, it was his fault. Well, she kind of stopped short. Well, he kind of stopped too fast or whatever, right? So many different vantage points, so many different ways to see this thing that if we go on somebody's fact, if we go on somebody's idea of saying, oh, you're right, you're right, you're right, and you don't just hone into your own truth, right? Because everybody's vantage point is from their heart space. You're looking at the car accident from your particular heart space. Nah, that she actually sped up and hit that person, right? You're looking at it from your heart, your feeling, your knowing, right? And if you don't live in that truth, live in that energy, live in that existence of God, which is you, then you're going to always be searching and seeking and trying to pull somebody else's fact based off of them influencing you, saying, no, this is what it is, nigga, and you gotta ride with this. Okay. And then you hear this other influencer. Nah, this is how it's supposed to go, and this is, oh, okay. And now your heart don't know what to do. Your heart like, damn, nigga, we need to pick a side. We need to pick something. We need to stay congruent on our being. See, what we do in the Patreon family is we not even trying to pick no sides or no shit like that. We're coming together as spiritual workers and building on concepts, ideas. Spiritual work is the basis of it, right? But we're building on tactics, ideas to enlightenment. So now all of a sudden you have a consortium of individuals coming together and nobody's saying, nah, this is a fact. You got to do this shit. What else? This is how it's supposed to go. Everybody's just sharing their truth. Then all of a sudden you could create monsters in that thing. So the biggest thing I want the family to understand to the core is that none of it is real. You have to live in your own truth and in your own heart space. And this is, and watch this shit I'm about to give y'all right here. Check this shit out. So now we know this is illusion, right? So now let's say that you have a dream about monkeys. Let's just say that, right? And in this dream about monkeys, you don't really have no cadence, no nothing towards monkeys, just based off of you never really, experienced monkeys. Maybe you do, maybe you suppressed it, but let's just say you don't have nothing, right? Nigga, you can go read about monkeys, right? You can say, all right, well, let me go look up Hanneman and read about monkeys. And the Hanneman got monkeys, or Hanneman got monkey, right? And then you can say, oh, okay, this nigga's a Christ figure. Okay, so this means I got to be heroic. I got to be heroic in this endeavor. Or you can read a story on the news and say, and there was a wild monkey that was going rampage or whatever, right? And he was just destroying shit. And you're like, oh, okay, well, that particular monkey is about killing off something or ruining something or changing something up, right? Oh, okay, well, I can ride with that. You feel me? Or you can see the monkey Bubbles from Michael Jackson and then say, oh, okay, this monkey is kind of calm, he's peaceful, okay, let me ride with that. Nigga, guess what? All of it is real and all of it is right, based off of whatever direction you want to go with in your heart. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, y'all gonna have to listen to that again, because I know niggas ain't gonna feel that hoe until they re-listen to it. But I'm telling you, nigga, you making this thing up as you go. And guess what? Your heart is going to bend to its will. As long as you're feeling it and residing in that energy and saying, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going with this. See, now there's a different aspects to it, because look, let's say you have a dream, right? And you had horrible experiences with monkeys as a child, right? You went to the zoo and this monkey was beating your ass. It jumped over the thing and just started beating your ass. You 6 years old and you just remember a monkey beating your motherfucking ass, dropping it on you. And that monkey just went wild, rampage. You feel me? I'll break that shit. Then, that's already in your heart, nigga. You already know that's some fearful ass shit. So in your heart that, okay, well, wait a minute. I can't change that shit up because that shit happened to me. This program decided me that I don't fuck with monkeys. And if I see a monkey, I'm afraid of them. So now, all of a sudden, you got to be truthful about what's in your heart. You can't just run away from it and try to change it based off of you trying to go a different direction. No, nigga, that's not how this thing is gonna work. This is a real truth in the feeling mechanism of your heart. You feel me? And that's important because at the end of the day, you have to be real and true with what's in your heart. Give me some questions, baby. Give me some questions. What y'all got? Niggas try to run. Niggas try to run from that heart feeling. You woke up and said, oh, that shit is fearful. And you try to change it. Nigga, your heart is gonna be like, nigga, I just showed you what it is. You ain't running from a motherfucking thing now, nigga. This is gonna be a fearful endeavor. So you're gonna have to ride in accordance to what I just showed you, which is the feeling mechanism, the electromagnetic wave of your heart. So that's the truth you gotta ride in, is the truth in the feeling of your heart. Not what somebody else says and all of this other stuff, like when young Pharaoh did all that goofy stuff right back in the day with this Baphomet. See, when I heard Bobby say this thing about Baphomet, I said, oh, that is genius. I said, oh, okay, bet. Just smoke a bag of that, right? Now, I was still in this kind of presence of this dark side energy when I was fucking with it heavy. But then, guess what, nigga? I came up with my own truth. That inverted pentagram and that what's that? And the regular pentagram, nigga, I said, oh, the inverted pentagram means spiritual workers. The pentagram means the conscious dude. And guess what? That's from my heart, nigga. I actually feel that and reside in that frequency. Nobody ain't never said no shit like that. Nobody even say it. Look, when I decode all these movies, when I decode them on Panic's birthday, season 2 of them, I'm explaining what's coming from my heart and my frequency, just based off of what I'm seeing. Now, obviously, y'all smoking a bag of it just based off of y'all saying this nigga could see past a certain level of shit. You feel me? So that's cool. But guess what, nigga? Motherfuckers come to me with some more gems, and I'll be like, oh, that shit is fire too. People come to me like if I decode a movie, they'll come and say, yeah, Dream, did you catch this with this? And I'll be like, oh, I didn't even catch that. Wow. And that'd be fire. So I take it all. You feel me? And I'll be like, wow, that's good. Right? Especially if it just resonates with my heart. Now, if it's whack, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, that's peace. That's cool. That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Yeah, you got it. You feel me? I'm gonna be this nigga right here on the thing. This nigga. Chaos to the blood. What y'all got? What y'all got? Let me see. Can we fully trust the messages we get in dreams? I was told who was my spiritual parents are. I was told who my spiritual parents are. Can we fully trust the messages we get in dreams? I was told who my spiritual parents are. That's what I'm saying, Raheru. It's up to you. This is about you going wild. You feel me? This is about you just understanding in your heart what resonates with you. So you got to be able to say confidently, aggressively, bully ball this thing and say, okay, I'm going with that. I'm going with that based off of it feels right to me. Bet. Let's go. See, what I'm telling y'all straight up is these influencers, a lot of them are not teaching. They're trying to fact you to death. They're trying to tell you like, nah, this is what it is, and this is what you got to ride with. And we're all different variations of God. So now if we're running a concept or idea based off of somebody else's truth and it's not working for us, but we keep on doing it based off of somebody else's truth, then guess what? We're going to run ourselves into the ground. You have to run your own truth and your own gambit on self. The end. All these people trying to give you all these facts and stuff like that, that's a truth in their heart. That's a truth for them. So you want to be mindful of these people that are trying to manipulate your truth based off of it working for them. Because at the end of the day, they believe that in their heart, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a fact in your heart. And that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So look, I tell people all the time, sun gazing helped me break through into another level of seeing past the veil. So when I was sun gazing in them apartments and I'm going to the park, sun gazing, that shit helped getting up 6 a.m, going, right? 6 a.m, I'm driving to the park. I'm sun gazing before sunset, right? Or before, while the sun is rising. And I did that for like 88 days straight. It was crazy. I just went chaos style. I got up to like 3 minutes and 27 seconds or something like that. I wrote it down and everything. When I did that, guess what? And I tell people my pineal gland is because of that, right? That's why my shit is all the way open. Like I can see now clearer, right? That's just my truth. That shit might not work for you. So I can't tell you, no, you gotta sun gaze, nigga. I could just give you what I've done and then explain why I feel like it worked for me and why it might work for you. The end. So, we got to be real courageous in these endeavors instead of taking everybody else's opinions as a fact and just kind of saying, okay, I can smoke a bag of that. Let me try that. See, in the Patreon, what we do is D-Ray and I, we give a whole bunch of work, right? We're giving a whole bunch of work, but that doesn't mean it's something you just got to say, oh, okay, I have to do this, right? If it works for you, it does. If it doesn't, cool. Try something else. You feel me? So that's why Patreon family, we're doing the challenges because we're trying to come at this whole thing in a different angle of spiritual work. We're saying, like, look, let's kind of come together and challenge ourselves to do something spiritually every day. So now when we drop them challenges, it's just to stimulate the spiritual endeavors of some kind of spiritual work. So like when D-Ray dropped that purple violet visualization yesterday, that's just to stimulate the response of wherever you're at. You might be at work, you might be driving, whatever, right? You might be with your kids. It's to stimulate some energy inside of you to enliven that spirit again. You feel me? Because a lot of times we're in this beta mode thing. And that beta mode is just keeping us robotic, human. So as gods, as spiritual beings, we need reminders. We need these aha moments to jump us or jumpstart us, right? So now you do the purple visualization flame, right? That D-Ray dropped. And then you do that, boom. You feel enlivened, right? And then all of a sudden you do that, and on your lunch break, before you start eating your lunch, while your food is warming up, you do a 3-minute visualization of you on the beach, somewhere powerful, somewhere calm, peaceful, and all you just seeing yourself is chilling on the beach, or even you just walking on the beach. You do that for 3 minutes, and then ding, ding, and microwave go off. So that's all, hey, we just tapping into spirit because that's what D-Ray and I do. We spiritual workers. Hell, I'm about to go outside right after this and turn up. You feel me? Put my feet in the grass and do my thing. What is the significance of dreaming in colors versus black and white? Oh, that's a good question. I do not know, Gina. That's a good question. But the first thing that came to mind, or what spirit just hit me with, was that black and white is the shadow soul. So remember, black and white is essentially like everything is not as clean as it seems. Go see that movie Cruella Decode. I did a Cruella Decoded a few years ago with the black and white with the 101 Dalmatians, right? And essentially that black and white is what we're talking about today. Shit. Everything is not as clear as it seems. Sometimes you got to go for yours based off of your truth. You feel me? And not letting it be moralism that holds you intact, right? So with Cruella de Vil, her energy exuded a certain frequency that people would deem as bad and courageous and like, wow, how dare you? You feel me? But it gets her to an enlightened state. So for instance, Cardi B, she was a stripper, right? Hell, she stripped her way to this millionaire status, right? Based off of her heart saying, okay, I love to strip. Let me do this and let me run it, right? So that's the same with you. So when I used to be in the strip club, I could tell, and this was just me being, this could have been me high. We was watching that Bob Marley what was that? Bob Marley video. We watched it on 420, nigga. I hit that weed 2 times, nigga. I was high than a bitch. That whole movie, I almost cried on the Bob Marley. Hey, say that. Let me hit that. Hit that. Oh, and that's another thing. The people that bought the smoke herb, the herbal smoke, the dream smoke. Shout out to Panic. Hey, look, the packaging is on the way. That's all we're waiting for is the packaging. We already got the herbs, but we're trying to present it, in a powerful way, right? So the packaging is on the way. So you have to wait, be patient. It should come this week though. Hell, maybe it hit my mailbox today. But shit, I thought about that. I said, God damn, I want to get this smoke herb out so niggas could try it. And I don't want to send it, in no regular bag. Even though I know niggas will still fuck with it, I want to present it in, my Dream Wise way. You feel me? With a beautiful packaging and, the the Palo sticks and the thank you cards and all of that. See, my shit ain't, I'm not, see, let me not talk about my broke out Panic, but shit, I ain't just throw, my shit, I'm trying to be a little bit more player with my shit. You feel me? But with this Panic energy, all of y'all that did the pre-orders, you're gonna have to wait. Because if we get it today, then I should be able to get it out to you by Thursday. So be patient with the God family. Be patient. Let me see what else. Let me take a few more questions and then I'm gonna get out of here. I have dreams that I'm listening to music, but when I wake up and look up the lyrics, they aren't in existence. What does this mean? I don't know. It probably means you are tapped into a certain energy. So, we're music notes, and essentially what you got to do, the healer, is you got to understand that you're making your own music. So you got to express yourself in a particular way, right? That's what I'm talking about with that terraforming. Who will you become? So when we're talking about terraforming, we're talking about killing off the old self, right? And based off of your thoughts and what's in your heart, who you want to seek to become in this particular venture, now you're eradicating that old being and making new music. So, they're clowning Drake on the aspect of him being a Degrassi kid and this like white boy kind of energy, right? Like he was just, the goofy white kid or whatever, right? That didn't know what would go down in the streets and all of that. But guess what, nigga? That nigga terraformed himself into Drake, the superstar that y'all see today. So that's based off of him being courageous and confident and trying to express himself in a divine manner. Because essentially all of this takes work. So Drake had to rap them songs and had to do that shit, right? See, this is the thing that I hate with them conspiracy people, theory people. They don't understand that you got to do the physical work to put these things down. Nigga, I seen a goddamn Bobby, Bob, what was his name? Was Panic and Bob, B-O-B, right? I just seen it on TikTok when I was trying to find the video for Panic. Panic and B.O.B. Conspiracy. I said, oh, these motherfuckers done lost they goddamn nigga had the gematria and everything in that hole. I'm like, God damn, these people be silly as hell, boy. They be just reaching. I said, see, when you see shit like that, you know that those people, these conspiracy theory people, are trying to make you believe in something that's a distraction regardless. Because if you don't pay it no mind, it doesn't have nothing to do with your energy. When you give it attention, you're paying attention. So you're paying with your attention whether you like it or not. And that's how you're giving it life inside of you. And that life will take a whole nother terraforming energy that will make you move a shell of yourself. You know what I'm saying? You be slumped over, scared to be somebody great based off of you thinking these conspiracy theories are real and shit. Chaos in the blood, baby. Hey, I'm just telling you what Bobby and Panic been saying this for years. Nigga, none of that shit is real. All of that shit is a distraction. They trying to keep your attention. They're trying to take your attention so they can keep you locked in a certain mindset. People don't care about you, boy. They just want your attention. So now we have to be gun ho on us becoming anew, becoming monsters, becoming whoever we see in our vision desired in our mind's eye, based off of us being courageous and saying, I'm going for mine. Y'all can do all that conspiracy theory stuff. I'm not worried about it, because at the same time, at the end of the day, the only person I need to blame is myself. Y'all know what it is, family. Peace to the gods.